I knew from a young age I wanted to come down to the States from Canada to play hockey, but I also knew that I didn't want to go to a school that had 50,000 students where I was just a student number. So immediately when I got to campus, you see the lake and you see the backdrop of the mountains and you just feel this overwhelming sense of community. Here it really felt like I was home, not necessarily just away at school for a few years. I think for me, the biggest academic thing I got back out of Franklin Pierce was just the opportunity to study under a liberal arts education. In Canada, I took a lot of science classes. I took calculus, I took organic chemistry, all these classes in high school to prepare me for a career in science, engineering, math. So I didn't really have the opportunity to take classes that didn't directly impact what I wanted to do. Whereas when I came here, I still got to learn about things that I was genuinely interested in without actually hindering my success at the school or hindering my ability to graduate. When I graduated from Franklin Pierce, I decided to pursue a Ph.D. in neuroscience, so I went back to Canada at the University of Ottawa and taking classes at Carleton. Both universities are very close together. So I found a paper that talked about a new way to study Parkinson's and decided that I wanted to give that a shot. So right now I'm working with a specific drug, it's called CTEP, and the goal of this study is really to try and find pathways that may actually alleviate the disease, not just mask the symptoms.
I got to meet Samantha when she came on board here at Franklin Pierce University. She was my advisee and we met in her first year here. And she was just very bright, hardworking, and very kind.
I was able to work as a research assistant with Dr. Jenny Brown, who was my supervisor for psychology. So the research I did here was actually very different than what I do now. And I worked a lot on looking at this model of a classroom. It's called team-based learning, and it's something she uses to teach all of her classes.
And so Sam analyzed the data, created a beautiful poster, and presented our results very clearly and professionally at the conference in New Mexico, as well as the New Hampshire Psych Association.
While doing my PhD, I also work for the Concussion Legacy Foundation, the Canadian branch. Technically, my role is to direct strategic planning and our digital vision, but I basically do a bit of everything. Doing the work that I'm doing, working for a nonprofit where I actually get to interact with people with head injuries. They've gone years and years with concussion-like symptoms with no hope of them recovering. It's very humbling to see the work that I put forward in the lab, seemingly hoping to help them in their real lives with these symptoms one day. So I don't think, the drug I'm looking at right now, or maybe even the mechanism we're looking at right now, is the answer, but it may lead us to the next step in finding the answer. And my name is Samantha Bureau, and I'm a graduate of Franklin Pierce University.